Hi everyone, and welcome to this video where we will be walking through how to perform a bank reconciliation. In this problem, we have a company called Pine Auto Repair, and they are given information about the balance in their bank account. And so according to their own records, they think that they have $11,925 in cash. But when they get their bank statement, the bank statement says that they have $10,440 in cash. So which one is right? Well, it turns out they're both wrong. And so, believe it or not, both of these numbers are incorrect. Okay, so Pine's accounting records says that it has cash of 11,925. So that's our starting point for uh, one part of this problem. And the bank statement says that they have $10,440. We need to explain why these two numbers are different. And the reason that these two numbers are different is because both numbers are missing things. So we need to reconcile these two numbers. Why does the bank statement say that we have $10,440 when our own records, our own spreadsheet says that we have $11,925? What is the explanation for the difference there? Okay. Well, then the problem tells us there's some things in here that either we are missing as Pine Auto Repairs or the bank is missing in their bank statement. So the first thing says there's a bank service charge of $32. That bank service charge is in the bank statement. The reason we know that there has been a service charge is because we reviewed the bank statement and we see the service charge there. But the only way for Pine Auto to learn about this service charge is by reviewing the bank's statement. Okay, they don't know, Pine Auto Repairs does not know about this, right? Now, that is something that needs to be adjusted from our or for Pine's own records. So I'm just going to highlight these, right? The ones that the way to think about this is you want to say what is missing from either Pine's numbers or the bank's numbers. All right, then I'm just going to highlight these. So let's think about this. So Pine, I'm going to say is the yellow, S, and the bank is the green. So let's just mark these. Okay. The bank service charge. Pine doesn't know about this. The bank certainly knows about it because they were the ones that charged it. Deposit in transit. So the deposit in transit, the bank hasn't received this deposit yet. So the bank doesn't know about it. Deposit in transit means Pine Auto Repair sent money to deposit into the account, but the bank has not yet received that amount. So the bank doesn't know about that. There's a non-sufficient funds check, NSF check, from a customer named L Diamond in the amount of $126. What this is saying is one of our customers, L Diamond, wrote a wrote us a check to pay an amount that was owed to us, wrote a check to Pine Auto Repairs, and then the check bounced. L Diamond didn't have enough money in his or her account to cover what they wrote on the check. Okay, so it's non-sufficient fund check, right? So we do not know about that. Pine Auto Repairs does not know about this. The bank does because the bank tried to cash it. So I'm going to label this one yellow. There was an error in the recording of check number 970 for utilities. We wrote a check for $834, but we recorded it in our spreadsheet for $384. That's what you get when you have a Villanova accounting graduate recording these things in your spreadsheet. They screw it up. Okay, so we do not know about this one, right? So we are, our records have a mistake in it, and we don't know about the mistake, and we won't know about the mistake until the check is cashed. Okay, so that's something we don't know about. And then finally, outstanding checks. We wrote checks to pay off bills, and they have not been cashed by the people we wrote those checks to. So the bank doesn't know about these. The bank does not know about the checks that we wrote. Okay, so now we sorted things out here. The yellows are the items that we don't know about, Pine Auto doesn't know about, and the greens are things that the bank doesn't know about. And so if we take this and we adjust the numbers up here for these things, we should get to the right answer for what the cash balance really is. So let's do that. Let's reconcile here. So let's start with Pine's records. So cash according to Pine Auto Repairs is 11,925. Then we have to say, what is missing? So what is missing here? What is missing first is the bank service charge. So all the yellow items, bank service charge. And the amount of the service charge was $32. That should reduce the amount of cash in our records. We also don't know about the NSF check. And that should reduce our cash balance by the difference between what we thought it was, which was 384, and what it actually was, which was 384. Okay, so this will reduce our cash number by $450. And then we have a error in, oh, no. So this calculation was for the check error, check 970 error. The NSF check was something different. So the NSF check, non-sufficient funds check, that was for $126. NSF check, $126. And so we'll have to subtract for that. 126. And so now we can calculate our adjusted cash according to Pine Auto Repairs. And this will work out to $11,317. Okay. Now, if we did things right, when we do the same process for the bank's number, we should get that same $11,317. Okay, so cash according to the bank statement. The cash according to the bank statement was $10,440. And then we do the same thing. What is missing in the bank statement? Well, the bank doesn't know about these green items, the deposit in transit, and then the outstanding checks. So let's adjust for those. So the outstanding checks, or let's do deposit in transit first. Deposit in transit. This will increase the amount that the bank has. The bank is missing a positive amount. So we're going to add $1,813. And then we also have the outstanding checks for $936 that we have to reduce the bank balance by. And then we're good to go. We can calculate our adjusted cash according to the bank statement. And I'm going to leave that to you. And I want you to go in there and confirm whether or not you get the $11,317 here that it should be. Right, so these two numbers should match. These two amounts that I have bolded here, they should match each other. All right, so finish adding up those numbers, see if you get 11,317. Give me a thumbs up in the comments if you got it to work. And I hope this video was helpful to you and it helped you understand bank reconciliations. Thank you very much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.